Welcome back to Game Does Play Games, where you can watch us play Cuphead and practice game design. Here we go.
Yeah, we're done. Gonna do it. Done doing it.
I'm gonna shoot these fireflies.
So how do you think they've been ramping up the difficulty thus far? I don't know why I jumped. Ooh, that was dangerous.
So I think, basically, it all comes down to, like, the areas of danger, essentially. Oh, no, and now we dash. Okay.
That was the wrong button.
Well done,
Whoa.
Master Wayne.
Whoa. I'm dead.
And that caused me to get hit.
Thanks, Butteroony.
Ooh.
I'm dead.
Alright. This is gonna be a good meal.
This is gonna, I need to get out of there.
Be a spicy meatball.
You know what? We should remap our controls. That's like the one thing that I feel like most people have commented on is that, like, why did you put the dash button on Y of all places?
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to Mega Man where it was B was the dash button.
Yeah, that's basically accomplishes the same thing that having it as Y would do. It requires you to take your hand off the gun.
Oh, you're dead. Now I'm dead.
That part's hard because to me, it's really easy to get mixed up between you and I. And I start, like, jumping, but I'm unsure on whether
if it's me or you.
Yeah.
I got one.
Oh, that was pink?
Yep. Like, every third one is pink.
Oh. Well, I thought it was the slot machine thing that was pink.
That too. But that doesn't actually count toward our 3 that we have to hit because that's a mandatory thing that you have to...
Oh, I see. So they make it pink so you know you're supposed to parry it.
Yeah.
Ah, well, I like that, actually. That's consistency.
That's another way of, like, this is the earliest boss that shows you sometimes you're gonna have to parry things in order to have them, in order to advance on the boss.
Fair. I dig that, actually. That's kind of smart. Can you ever use your super to avoid taking damage?
Yep. Not this one. You have to use the Ultra Super.
Oh.
Or whatever they call it.
So the couple of frames that you freeze for, that actually can kind of make you vulnerable?
Oh my god, I just realized how to use the super, and it's so much better now.
Oh?
Yeah, if it boomerangs back to me, and if I avoid it, it will come back around.
Oh.
Oh, both of us.
Oh, that was sad. We were doing so good this time, too. All right, I'm going to stick in the back.
And I'll be in front. Oh, bouncy balls, bouncy balls, bouncy balls.
I have not seen this one. I'm dead. Dang.
We can beat this.
We can beat this. We got this. We're
This is not a hard boss.
We've
like,
played
in
worse.
compared to what I've played.
We've endured worse.
Back up.
Up.
Why?
I'm gonna be totally honest. I got a little lost in the background. I was gonna be like, shout out to that background though. I like the background though. It's so lively. Like, there's a lot going on, and I feel like it gives the world kind of a fun context.
Oh, yeah. This is, like, background-wise, probably second favorite. Shout out to the desert scene.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think this was the last boss I fought before I just did a bunch of run and guns, and then got the mausoleum, where I got the super. One of the supers.
Oh, I cannot. I actually just avoided that attack because of my super.
Dude, nice.
All right.
Whoa. I lost track of myself because of my super. Good job, Chris. So how does your super work? Is it for as many cards as you have?
Every time you use your super, you use a card.
Oh man, so we get our super a lot more often than I thought.
Yes.
That was one of the things I know that the devs were talking about patching, was that there were... maybe it's not all supers, but they were definitely saying that some supers were broken. Oh, buddy.
So focus on trying to get you away from me. They thought that the supers are, what, too powerful?
Yeah, or at least one of the supers were too powerful. So they're gonna nuke it? Is that the right term?
Nerf.
Ow. Nerf, yeah. Gimme. Yeah. Oh.
Well.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh, you were still invincible.
Man, that's the downside of getting hit while trying to save your friend is just
Switch back to your regular weapon.
I got this.
Switch back to your... Okay.
I don't have my regular weapon.
Yes, you do. You just press left bumper.
I have the lob.
And then...
Oh, I have the lob. It's not the regular weapon.
Oh, that's better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really explored the lob much.
Explore the lob. Just use that this whole match.
All right.
It's surprisingly powerful.
Ah!
That is not the lob's fault. That is also not the lob's fault. That was your fault. Both of them. Both of them were your fault.
I'm just gonna say it's a little weird that Mug. Oh, the lob bounces across the stage.
Yes, it does. Actually, if you do like a jump with it, it'll actually like bounce really far.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It's a very good weapon for certain run and gun stages.
Ah, I kind of dig that actually.
That's kind of how I feel about a lot of weapons, is that they like purposely intend for you. Why do you always like just not pay attention to those? I at least get hit because I'm trying to hit the parry. Thank you very much.
Because I'm thinking about things.
God damn it.
Oh man, I was talking about something.
Probably not.
Super lob.
No. Ow.
Super. I guess I should save some of these for the... Oh, wow. Yeah, the lob's pretty good. All right.
Lob's good, man. Lob's good. All right, back up.
Yeah.
Can't actually hurt him right now.
Yeah, so we can hurt him only when he's, like, spitting stuff out at us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing about...
Oh, shit.
That's the one thing about this part of the fight that I felt was a little unintuitive, because there's no, like, clear indication of the fact that he was vulnerable.
They blink when they get hit, when they're actually taking damage, but it's yeah.
That's more of a response rather than like an indication of...
Get me! Wow, well done.
Oh, gimme. Save me.
Alright. Go without me.
I feel like...
I think just one more. Okay. Alright. Watch. Ready? And right there. I said one more.
Oh, that's so sad.
I think for there, I'm just going to switch back to my other weapon.
That's what I was going to say. It's a little uncanny that Mugman, at the start of the fight, takes a sip out of his own head.
Man's thirsty, man.
Yeah, I mean, all the more power to him, I suppose. What do you think is in their heads?
I mean, it looks like milk.
It's a little weird. Who puts milk in a mug?
Or a cup.
Yeah,
or by the way, a cup that looks like a mug.
That's kind of the funny thing about it, is like, oh, well, they're both kind of a cup and mug. They could be either. This
is not a good run.
This is not a good run.
Just gotta be more careful.
Do they finish the wave even if they've like taken enough damage? Or at least they're at their current attack?
So some of them will be like, they'll finish their attack through, and some of them will stop, I guess. Like like the first I forgot what it's called, shit. The potato guy. Nope, dead. Oh, I have another health. Oh, I actually haven't got hit yet. Never mind.
Yeah,
Ignore me.
You're doing way better than I am. Speaking of which.
I'm dead.
No. Not again. Not again.
Man.
Not again. Don't leave me.
I save you. Alright. Finish him. Get him.
Tiger? Oh.
One hit. Yes. Literally one hit.
Yes.
Tiger.
Oh.
Don't need to know what it is.
So one thing that I've been meaning to talk about, I keep forgetting because I get so like engrossed in what's going on.
Yeah.
They do a lot to give us, they provide the player a lot of anticipation of what's about to happen. So like before they attack,
Telegraph.
yeah, exactly. They telegraph things very, very clearly. And that's partly indicative of like the animation style, right? Because this was that era of animation because it was so new that
They really had to portray what was happening.
they over-exaggerated everything.
They also
because
didn't have sound for some of them, so the original Nickelodeons didn't have sound.
I mean, this is sort of the era where they started to, like, 1930s is when they started pairing some sound with it.
That's where you get, like, the creepy pig voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they would sound like.
Yeah.
Really weird, man.
It's kind of horrifying, actually.
So real quick before we
Oh, that's a mausoleum.
are jumping into the next
left.
thing, before we jump into the next thing, because we're trying to talk about that boss, but we're very, very busy trying not to die.
Yeah.
So yeah, they telegraph very well, and that's something we're going to talk about on our other channel too. Spoilers. But they telegraph very well, and I think that's incredibly important especially for a boss fight, because they need to keep it. They should never be unfair to their player and make the player just expect things that aren't going to happen. Stop kissing me.
Oh, absolutely, though. Like, you see a lot of games like this where it's just like, all of a sudden, like, projectiles. And they just kind of expect you to avoid the projectile because clearly it's on screen, so just avoid it. But I think reinforcing it with that telegraphing is hugely important. And I mean, you see this in a lot of action games. But I agree, like, especially paired with the concept of, like, this being a boss battle style game, I think that's what allows this to continue to be both interesting and fun, because you have to pay attention to your boss in a way other than just watching their attacks.
They actually, it's important in this game to more pay attention to the boss and its moves rather than yourself. And I think that's why they added the rapid fire function rather than having to press the button repeatedly, because they don't want you to have to worry about shooting.
Yeah.
They want you to have to worry about avoiding. So real quick, getting back to the twin frogs there, that you were asking before, like, what do they do? Like, what do they do differently, or what have they like led up to teach the player things and all that? So the very first boss we fought, there's a little bit of jumping with him shooting the things at us, the worm and all that stuff. In other words, there was a lot of horizontal shooting as well as vertical shooting. With this one, it was all horizontal, but we had to jump over the attacks. We had to shoot up the fireflies. We had to duck a series of different attacks.
We even had to understand how the environment was going to manipulate us too with the wind gust.
The wind, which is actually fairly unusual for the rest of the game. There's not a whole lot of that. There's a little bit, but yeah. So in general, that boss right there is kind of the like, have you learned all of the basic skills by now? Except for dashing, you don't really need that. All right, let's do this.
You do actually need dashing in order to get over the roll attack, unless you're like really, really good at timing it. But that dash is sort of the important factor of clearing that jump.
Yeah, actually, I've never tried to clear it without dashing. So yeah.
It was a well-placed boss too, for I think doing that, for portraying that.
And I also just love that boss. I think it's great. All right, so we got to protect this thing. Help!
Love these ghosts.
Yeah, look at you.
Spooky. Scary.
He's my favorite.
The whole thing with this is that we can't actually damage them with shooting.
And the fish that was fishing tells you that too. I was gonna hit you with one. I thought you were a ghost. I was gonna hit you with one of my parry moves.
I mean, they also like reinforce that by making the ghosts pink, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think I actually noticed until I knew that parrying was a pink thing.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Get him.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
He's the best.
I'm gonna get you. I'm a little one too. Yes.
His hat falls off when he dies.
I kind of wish his little mustache also fell off. Like the hat and mustache just went. Oh Yeah, that was nice and easy. Yes.
They didn't make that any more challenging whether you're playing 1 or 2 player.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it just becomes like a hailstorm of ghosts. Gosh, I don't know how to thank you boys for saving me.
It's Ray all over again.
Where are my manners? I didn't even introduce myself. I am known as the legendary Chalice. Pleased to meet you. I was searching for magic and got trapped by those ghosts. Speaking of magic, please accept this gift. It should help. There are other mausoleums around Inkwell Isle. I just wonder. Oh, are there other? I don't know. I read something wrong there. But what's done is done.
They said the creators of this game said that Betty Boop was a huge inspiration for their art.
I could see that.
And you could tell right there.
Yeah, right? She's got the little, like, cheek mole. I mean, obviously all the characters have, like, the Betty Boop eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think even Steamboat Willie had those eyes at that point.
I think he did.
Yeah,
like large eyelashes.
The large eyelashes and the, like, Pac-Man pupils.
Dear me, you must forget magic super eyes have been equipped in many before use. Oh, dear Lord.
I like your impersonation of my bad voiceover. Yeah, so
I'm
okay.
speaking in generic girl voice.
This is a new super. It's an energy beam, a devastating attack that spills from your head, horizontal only. So is this? Do we use this the same way we use our other supers?
Yeah. When we fill up to 5 bars, it will automatically use that instead.
Oh, so that's a reason to not spam your supers.
Precisely. However,
Ooh.
I think it's more powerful to use your supers individually.
I see.
But yeah, we're at time.
We are at
Which is good because this next one's gonna be fun and different.
I think I did this. I don't quite remember. Oh yeah, I did do this one. I remember this. Okay, this is gonna be good. All right, question of the day. What was most successful about the... I don't know what they were called, the frog bosses. Do they have a name?
Ribby and Croaks.
Clip Joint Calamity.
That's the name of the name of the episode. But yeah, Ribby and Croaks.
So what was done most successfully about that boss battle? We kind of felt like it was the perfect summation of all of the things that the game has taught us so far, but...
Yeah, it's a very well-designed boss.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.